Niccolò Machiavelli, the ruthless yet insightful mind behind The Prince, was never one to shy away from uncomfortable truths. While his teachings were aimed at rulers and leaders, his deep understanding of human nature, manipulation, power, and perception transcends time and can be shockingly applied to the psychology of attraction. This isn't your usual soft advice about being nice or simply confident. This is strategy. This is power. This is understanding what women are biologically and psychologically drawn to, even if they never admit it. These are the types of men women secretly crave, not because society tells them to, but because human nature demands it. Let's dive deep into the 11 types of men women secretly love through the cold, sharp, and brutally honest lens of Machiavelli. 1. The strategist. Machiavelli prized the ability to think long-term, to anticipate moves before they happen, and to always operate with a plan. Women are naturally drawn to men who don't just float through life, but move with purpose. The strategist doesn't act emotionally. He calculates. He doesn't beg for attention. He makes moves that command it. He's composed, not because he doesn't feel, but because he's disciplined. Women sense this. The strategist walks into a room and becomes the quiet commander, drawing interest not by being loud, but by being deliberate. Behind every decision, there's thought. Behind every step, there's direction. And to a woman, especially in a chaotic, emotionally reactive world, that is irresistibly attractive. 2. The unpredictable one. Machiavelli taught that a prince must know how to keep people guessing. Certainty creates comfort, but unpredictability breeds fascination. Women are drawn to men who challenge the script. Predictability may make a man safe, but it rarely makes him magnetic. The unpredictable one changes pace, shifts tone, surprises her with a cold shoulder one moment, and a deeply vulnerable truth the next. This isn't manipulation for cruelty. It's understanding that mystery and spontaneity awaken a woman's imagination. When she can't figure you out, you live rent-free in her mind. You become a puzzle she wants to solve, even if it tortures her. That tension, that's desire. 3. The stoic commander. Women often test men, consciously or unconsciously. Machiavelli would see this as natural. People test the boundaries of power. The stoic commander is unfazed. This man doesn't react emotionally. He doesn't argue, complain, or explain himself endlessly. His silence speaks volumes. His lack of validation-seeking makes him untouchable. He's calm under pressure. His anger, if ever shown, is cold, controlled, and effective. The stoic commander has internal power. He doesn't seek control, he is control. And in a world of overreactivity, a man like this becomes the rarest form of masculine energy, and women crave it. 4. The ruthlessly ambitious one. Machiavelli praised ambition, not the weak kind that talks big, but the kind that builds empires. Women may say they want a man who is balanced and easygoing, but deep down, they're captivated by a man who burns with obsession. The ruthlessly ambitious one sees obstacles as fuel. He sacrifices comfort for greatness. His drive inspires and intimidates. He doesn't apologize for his hunger. Why does this matter? Because a man who is climbing something greater than himself forces a woman to decide. Do I join him, or do I get left behind? And that pressure creates attraction. His mission makes her curious. His obsession makes him legendary. 5. The selective lover. Machiavelli would argue that value is determined by scarcity. The selective lover is not easily impressed, and this drives women mad. He does not throw compliments carelessly. He does not pursue every beautiful woman. He evaluates. He chooses. And when he does show affection, it means something, This selective nature elevates his worth. It creates the perception that if you win his interest, you must be exceptional. That's intoxicating. Women love a challenge. The more rare the validation, the more addictive it becomes. 6. The emotionally dangerous one. There is a part of attraction that defies logic. It lives in chaos, in fire, in danger. Women often crave emotional intensity, even if they deny it. The emotionally dangerous one is not necessarily abusive, but he walks a razor's edge. He evokes deep feelings. He awakens insecurities. He draws a woman into emotional extremes, highs and lows that shake her. And though it may seem toxic, it's often the man who evokes something rather than nothing that lingers longest in her mind. Machiavelli would call this psychological warfare, not for cruelty, but for command. This man makes a woman feel, and feeling is the gateway to obsession. 7. The coldly loyal one. Loyalty in Machiavellian terms is not blind devotion. It is calculated allegiance. The coldly loyal man does not trust easily, but when he does, it is unbreakable. Women respect a man who protects his circle but keeps his guard up. This man is not soft, but he is reliable. He is not open, but he is true. He doesn't trust because the world is kind. He trusts because he has chosen someone worthy. This blend of harsh exterior and hidden devotion is magnetic. It triggers a primal need in women to be the exception, to be the one who melts the ice. 8. The fearless rebel. Machiavelli admired those who defied convention to assert their will. The fearless rebel lives by his own code. He doesn't follow society's expectations. He's unafraid of judgment. And this raw authenticity, paired with defiance, drives women wild. He's the man who breaks rules, challenges norms, and laughs in the face of authority. He may not always be safe, but he is never boring. His presence signals freedom, unpredictability, and danger, and that cocktail is an aphrodisiac. 9. The master presence. In The Prince, Machiavelli stressed the importance of appearances. Perception shapes reality. The master presence knows this deeply. He commands attention not with volume, but with aura. His body language is calm, but powerful. His eye contact is penetrating. He makes women feel like they're the only one in the room, even as they feel small under his gaze. He is not always handsome, but his presence is beautiful, and that presence lingers long after he's gone. 10. The unshakable believer. Machiavelli knew that conviction was power. A man who believes in something greater than himself becomes immovable. The unshakable believer has purpose. His values are not trendy, they're foundational. He knows who he is, and this clarity is rare. Women secretly admire men who stand for something. In a world full of people who follow trends and beg for acceptance, this man chooses integrity, even if it costs him. And that cost, it increases his value. 11. The controlled seducer. Machiavelli understood seduction as a weapon. The controlled seducer uses charm and sensuality strategically. He knows when to give and when to withdraw. He creates emotional hunger, not by overgiving, but by crafting desire through timing. This man is aware of his power. He studies the woman in front of him, not just her body, but her psychology. And when he moves with precision. His touch is earned. His kiss is deliberate. His attention is addictive. He is not ruled by lust, but he uses it as a tool. And women can't help but respond. Final thoughts. Niccolò Machiavelli didn't write about love, but he did write about power. And love, especially attraction, is power. To be desired is to influence. To be unforgettable is to control attention. And to control attention is to rule the game. These 11 types of men are not about pretending or posturing. They are about embodying traits that activate deep, primal instincts in women. Traits that women may never admit they crave, but can never ignore. The truth? Women don't love men who need them. They love men who command the world, with or without them. Men who lead, men who think, men who choose. Become that man and watch the world change. Welcome to the Machiavelli Guide. This is your path to power.